Aster.Aries. I don't know how you control both the voids. I really don't.
There's an okay amount, I would say. Like Shackle Shot, they need to land. Frostbite, Crystal Maiden needs to survive long enough. Magnus with the RP. We'll see if that's going to be the case. But again, heavily favoring what IG drafted for themselves, because they do have like super strong lane. From like this mid lane, I can see Emo popping off. And also Spirit Breaker plus Visage. This lane is insanely strong. Haven't heard this one before, this voice line from SMG
one? Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it's saying, but it is a beautiful voice, whoever's voice
really
it
is.
IG with the 5-man smoke. We'll see if they get anything going. Blood Grenade on 2 heroes. 2 on PYW. Hit him with that Blood Grenade twice over 10 seconds. Doesn't look like we'll see anything really going on at the moment. Although I say that, charge comes out and all of a sudden Skewer, but he grabs 2 heroes. That means there's a blood grenade and they'll get the kill. Emo gets first blood. That's not who you want to be giving it up to at all, especially in a matchup where you need XWY to perform.
It's not like fighting with or into Skyrat Mage, who use Concussive Shot, where you have like guaranteed slow into Blood Grenade, potentially another Blood Grenade. It's a very difficult one, and PYW will be playing this Spirit Breaker. So right now they're in a try lane, maybe trying to get another kill. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. So PYW will go back to the bottom lane. Visage, I think you need to set Visage for a really good start, so PYW needs to be there as soon as possible. Visage not the hero with the most damage in the previous patches, but now being universal hero, like you get 60 damage with this build, Magic 1, 3 branches. But still, you're not as strong level 1. You want to get those level 2, level 3. EK. Blood Grenade. That's a lot of damage.
That's looking like it could be a kill and should be a kill for Zhang Yu.
Visage used all of his mana pool. Level 1 Visage. That's 4 soul assumptions that he used.
And why not, right? Like, just get yourself a kill, get yourself some gold. I was looking at this, not this exact matchup, but just Void Spirit in general yesterday for LGD up against Team Bright. And, you know, you see the Void Spirit that was able to really dominate the lane, landing these Aether Remnants, pushing the creep wave under the tower. So, you know, you use that damage to get the denies. And when we see QX going to fall there, and no surprise. I mean, Skywrath, not exactly the tankiest of heroes, but we're not exactly seeing Emo, going back to my point, dominating the lane at the moment. Still pretty even. But we'll see how it goes as time kind of progresses, right?
When Ranger does put a lot of pressure, like these power shots, and PYW will steal water and might actually keep it for Emo to get back in action. Let's see if he decides to do that, because XWY can't get it. So
and he's going to sit there.
The problem is you're not playing with Visage right now. Visage struggling a little bit in terms of CS, sitting at only 5, while Morphling is 11 and 5. So I think you gotta give Zhang Yu better start on Visage. DK getting charged. This time around, he does have dive available, but still very low on HP. He's gonna dive in aggressively. Okay.
Yeah, that's a very interesting move, giving yet another kill here to the Visage, but the turnaround for Ulu to at least get something out of it's not bad overall.
He wanted to go for that trade. We'll TP back. Bring some extra region for his Morphling. Bring the items as well.
Charge.
But yeah, Spirit Breaker needs to stay in this lane. He did a good job playing for Emo as well, securing the second water rune. And now DK will refill the bottle, go back to the bottom lane.
And just avoid this power shot. Grab that Aether Remnant and start hitting away on XWY. And he got that bottle refilled. But at the same time, like, Emo's getting a good amount out of this lane in terms of harassment, but the question is, can he continue to outperform in the CS? And Faceless Void's doing a fine job too.
CSing nicely, going for the same item build. At least the starting one did have Bracer available for some extra tankiness in the laning stage. Does not want to get bursted, thinks it's going to make a difference, which I do agree with. And also holding onto Healing Lotus on a hero like Faceless Void does make a lot of difference. This time around, I don't think it's a game for Diffusal Blade by any means. You want to be going into Maelstrom. Those Chain Lightning procs go through evasion, so against Wind Ranger, really good. And also against Morphling, you want to have some extra magical damage compared to physical. So might need to adjust his item build on Dust this time around.
So we'll see what he ends up wanting to go for as time goes by. And mid lane again, just seeing Emo doing pretty well. Has 2 charges in that bottle. Shang-Chi on this Magnus. We've been seeing a lot more safe lane Magnus these days.
I feel like the best role is the offlane for Magnus. Sure, it can work out, but what you get from Magnus is, as a carry, you don't want to be going for these like super aggressive skewers. As an offlane, you can afford to go for it. You also don't build into Vanguard. As a safe lane Magnus, you get more items, of course, because you get Mask of Madness, Power Trez, Echo Saber. So you have like maybe potentially a BKB if it's needed for the game. God, I love the change to a BKB. It was a kind of a weird one, but I do like that people are not picking it as much, because every single game for the last 15, 20 years, Dota 1, Dota 2 included, there has been like a build where you go for, oh, maybe one item a BKB, or I'll just go for a straight BKB, and then we'll team fight, and there's nothing you can do about it. Charge on the mid lane.
Silence in the Astral Step. He's got that level 6 first, so XWY in trouble. They know this charge is coming. It's just taking a long time. They should still be able to get the kill there on XWY, and it will be QIQX who gets in. Now the charge goes over to TK, who already used the Icarus dive. So he TPs in and is just dead for his trouble.
This is just a disaster now for Aster.Aries. Emo didn't have enough mana. They barely get the kill. That was the last stick, pretty much. And now Emo will get another rune for himself. We'll go for this bounty rune as well. So we'll go back to full HP, full mana, and charge on Ulu. Not sure if they're going to grab this kill.
They're going to try, but Red Panda's behind him. They might even be able to turn on this. Coming. Frostbite, Blood Grenade, and there's the turnaround. Emo now looking over at Red Panda, Astral Step. Easy turn, easy kill. And Emo's starting to really get out of control already.
Good start for him. I mean, he did struggle for the first wave or two, but that move from Spirit Breaker, securing the rune, securing the second rune, and now the third rune, also dealing some decent amount of damage to tier 1 tower on the mid lane, because this was 6-minute rotation that they did. Catapult, 2 heroes on the mid lane, tower already down to half HP, and you're also leaving your Faceless Void in 1-versus-1 situation. Sure, you can't kill Magnus because he already does have a Vanguard, but Faceless Void is getting the farm. He's third on the net worth, has more farm than Magnus, and dragging the creep wave to the big camp to get some extra farm from it as well. Nicely done. And this is the problem that we did mention. XWY already struggling on a Wind Ranger. Not where you want to be with this hero.
No, not at all. 1,000 gold behind Emo is a tough spot for him. And it's 3v3 over mid. Aether Remnant lands. They've got the charge. They have the silence, and they should be able to get the kill onto XWY.
They're gonna get another one. Might get all of them if they decide to dive. Okay, Emo doesn't have Astral Steps available.
QIQX, not a lot of health on him either, so he's going to back up. But overall, again, even just killing the Windrunner is certainly worth. Like, what do you do when your Windrunner just has nothing at this point in the game?
Let's see if they can get another active rune for Emo. Gonna be bottom. Shield rune. Red Panda. He wanted to actually kill it. He understands the importance of it, but will die in the end.
Yeah, that's a death and a bottled shield rune, and we've seen how broken this rune is.
Especially on a hero like Void Spirit, who has another Resonant Pulse. Health. Yeah, pretty much. Not just HP, but you also get like Resonant Pulse, soak up damage. He's definitely not going to die. Going into Echo Saber, which we've seen the build being in this current meta. So now they'll put pressure onto tower. Visage is level 6. this tower is done. So now they're trying to go for the tower on the top lane, but I can see them teleporting and actually defending this tier 1 tower.
Especially
because Visage can take it alone.
And they found him, Chrono, onto this Morphling, and with the silence, the Astral Step, Emo's got a kill, and this is going from bad to worse for Aster.Aries.
They're falling apart so quickly. This Wind Rangers was supposed to be the hero that's gonna kind of like dominate, get them off to a good start, make the rotations going. Now you're stuck in a position where your Morphling can easily be bursted. You're playing into Chrono, Void Spirit, this long duration silence from QYQX, who's already level 6 on Scarlet Mage. Doesn't have much mana to work with, and getting a D-ward on top of it. Let's see if they can maybe burst him here one more time.
This Morphling needs to survive, and he just barely does.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Gosh. I mean, he's got 4,000 net worth, but shutting him down would be just terrible. Like, I don't know what you... I mean, I guess you can recover if you turtle and you try to
just
slow down
turtle,
the
bro.
game. But yeah, exactly. Just turtle, right? Easier said than done. Astral Step, Aether Remnant doesn't land, so they can't really chase that Windrunner.
Ruins
do
bottom
bring the
again. That's
mag,
double
but-
damage.
Mag? All right, maybe. Focus Fire and Familiars locking him down as the Soul Assumption, the Fire Spirits, the Runaway. You don't have an Astral Step for another 5 seconds.
Emo picked up every single active rune so far, and Red Panda just gonna drop here. The amount of slow that they have, pretty much every single hero does have some kind of a slow or stun on side of IG.
And there's
This
not a lot of
tower's also
lockdown for
done so.
Aster.Aries, right? Like, if you don't land that Shackle shot, I don't really think you can do much of anything in terms of getting the complete lockdown you want.
Middle tower has
Crystal Maiden's not tanky, like the rest of the team not in a good position for her to allow to get close, use Frostbite. Maybe she gets one Frostbite in a fight, but after that, she's dead.
So they're moving up towards top. They want another tower. They should be able to pressure this with especially the Visage up there and the Familiars. And they kind of also want to kill 2 for their troubles, so they're going to go for it. They've got the silence, the concussive shot. There's the charge with the Mystic Flare, and the damage is out. They've popped the double damage on Emo. They get the Aether Remnant to land on Red Panda. They'll look for the Shackle. It connects. Power shot. Frostbite, the damage on the Visage, the Icarus dive.
Supports are level
but
5 on Aster.Aries.
So no
Woo.
Supernova. Charge onto XWY. They get the kill there onto the Windrunner. They're going to lose Red Panda afterwards. 3 heroes dead on the side of Aster.Aries with nobody dying on IG.
I could see Aster.Aries actually calling GG 15 minutes into the game. This is like, because they're not afraid to call it when the game is over. We've seen in the previous game, like they didn't want to go for another fight, maybe another one as well. So another tier 1 tower about to be taken.
Radiant's top
Zhang
tower
Yu,
is falling.
Solar Crest gonna be done in a minute or so. They also decided to go for him in the previous fight. And he's super tanky. He's sitting at 1500 HP, has 1 point in Gravekeeper's Cloak, but has some extra magic resistance coming out from a Cold Bracelet as well.
Also got that Phylactery, an extra 200 health, 7 all attributes. That's nice. Quick Phylactery going now into the Solar Crest.
And then you get Pipe. They have no damage whatsoever. I think you need to buy like 1 aura item after that. There are different items you can buy on Visage. Like we did talk to Visage Master himself, 33 the other day. And he's like, you know, people experiment because he's Universal Hero. You can go for drums. It's a good upgrade. You can get Road of Atos if it's a good game for it. But I feel like in this one, you get Pipe and you take literally 0 damage. You might not even lose a single hero. Maybe QIQX could be the one target that they managed to get the kill on, but that's about it. 2 supports still level 5 on Aster.Aries. This is massive. Skyve is about to be level 8.
Gosh. Just such a lead, and another kill here onto the Crystal Maiden. Red Panda dead for the 5th time. He's 0-5-2, and you can see Emo not really looking to stop.
Radiant's
With Haste Rune, he's now running
under attack.
to the top lane. IG controlling pretty much the whole. Look where Aster.Aries members are standing. They're the only one who's sticking out is Shang-Chi, and he's now gonna be TPing out. Like close to the tier 2 tower, they can't make any aggressive moves. So, as you said, they need to turtle. but they need to turtle harder or better.
Faster or stronger.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Smoke,
Yeah.
finally, they get that level 6 on TK, but who's going to be setting things up? Still only 1 point in Shackle Shot. That's your stun lock. Magnus needs to be that guy.
They're going to try.
You need to
Oh,
Top tower.
quick fingers.
try they did.
Emo, picking up Wisdom Rune.
Oh,
Gets
Arcane
Arcane
Rune.
Rune. Every single rune belongs to IG. It's kind of difficult to play. They are really playing around them. Spirit Breaker's level 9. Your Wind Ranger's level 9 as well. Skyrot is about to be level 9. I think this says a lot about the game.
It's 6K may not sound like a lot in terms of gold, but 26% XP lead. That is massive. They've got the silence. It's on to TK, never getting the supernova off. Shackle connects to PYW, but he's got the bulldoze with the status resistance. He's only shackled for a split second. Red Panda's gonna die. They go to the Nether Strike. It lands on XWY. He could 5-man chrono his team and kill off this Windrunner if he really wanted to. They're gonna get the kill on the Skywrath with the Skywrath Mystic Flare, and that's 3 dead again.
They can't get a kill. I want to see Dota plus win probability. I think this is looking rough. This should be like 10%, maybe even less.
Hit me with it. Wow.
There we go.
Lacoste, Gaben, Frog.
Gaben Enjoyer. Here we go.
Yeah, big Gaben enjoyer.
Top tower is under attack.
That was very. That was well done.
I don't have Dota Plus, by the way. I guessed it.
Oh sure, this guy doesn't spend money on Dota Plus. Are you kidding me, dude? Come on.
I can stack for myself. I don't need that timer.
What? That's
What do you mean?
definitely not what I spend the money on and knowing when to pull. Shut up.
Spirit Breaker
I don't know what you're
with
talking
Shadow Blades. So if he charges Crystal Maiden, she's down to half HP. Let's see those charges. PYW, he's going in. It's on Magnus.
Uh-oh, lands it, and now skewers on cooldown. Like, he got him just as he was skewering away. RP, nope. They've got the Aether Remnant, now RP. Supernova, looking all right. They turn into the Morphling, and they charge. They
Emo's
get a kill
dead.
there on the Emo. It's a lot of gold for XWY. The rest of the team not really committing. You also have Dust nowhere near the fight. Get another kill there on the... Ooh, that's a turnaround. I mean, that is not what you want if you're the Morphling. Shackle connects the damage. Oh, here comes Dust. Down goes TK. Windrunner's next. And 4 heroes are dead on Aster.Aries.
Making a full team wipe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to speak too soon. I don't want to say it's already dead on your screen already if your name is Red Panda. But that's exactly what's happening. It's a full team wipe.
It's what Aster.Aries did in the previous one when they decided to go for high ground. They feel they're unkillable, but there is an observer ward. So Morphling gets silenced off immediately, and they managed to burst him down. This Skyrot Mage pick working out amazingly. QIQX, he's really on point. Involved in 19 out of 22 kills so far. Ancient Seal maxed out. The best silence in the game, pretty much. 6 seconds duration. And Emo needs to be slightly more careful, especially because he's not putting more points in the Simulate. This is what Void Spirits tend to do. Like, there's a big difference. It goes down by 3 seconds, but people also do go for stats instead. Put just 1 point in the Simulate, which makes them tanky, which does gives them more damage. Dust now does have Chrono available.
See if they just make an aggressive... I mean, Aster.Aries, this move down bot could be their last move. Truth. Charge. Coming through, and they kill off Red Panda so quickly. They've got the Nether Strike. It lands on XWY. There's the Mystic Flare. Runs out of it. Throws a Shackle. Connects it here, but doesn't matter. Dust still getting a kill on XWY. He's dead again. He's got 400 more gold than a Skywrath Mage 18 minutes into the game.
and gonna contribute heavily to the meme society, plus Wind Ranger win percentage so far in the DPC, which is always good. She was sitting at 35, 50 games played. Last time we checked, a couple of minutes ago. Could have changed, could have lost another 6 games in the meantime. I don't think any other DPC region is playing, by the way, but whatever. They need to like use Morphling. He needs to be empowered in a fight. He turns into Spirit Breaker, gets a good charge off, tries to set things off for Shackle, and Shang-Chi going for Blink Dagger on Magnus instead of upgrading Echo Saber to Harpoon, understands that he needs to be the one like landing a big RP, and this is how he's gonna do it.
PYW? Does he get the charge out? No. Does he just run away with Shadow Blade? Also no. But for a second, I thought maybe. This is all taking their attention while they go for Roche and grab themselves an Aegis.
Radiant are scanning.
This is
They're picking out Roshan on the Radiant side because they do have enough damage to take it, potentially. They could have sneaked it with Focus Fire, Morphling, with that extra damage from Empower, but not gonna happen.
again, this could be the last fight if they catch out the Morphling. I feel like he's one of those guys that you catch and it's done. Shackle, RP, and that's onto the Visage. Supernova, Chrono now focusing this Supernova to start. They got the kill on the Zhang Yu. They've hit the Frostbite. There's the Mantis. Skewer back by this Magnus. Going after this Morphling. Big spree for Ulu, taking out the life of the Skywrath Mage. They get XWY again. And Dust has a double kill and an Aegis to work with still. But taking out Red Panda to make it a third is going to be a cherry on top.
Yeah, this game might not end as soon unless they decide to call it if they feel like. But still, the fights are potentially winnable for Aster.Aries because you have Magnus now with the Blink Dagger. He can skewer people back into the base. Morphling, Ulu, he does ton of damage. Manta style has been completed going into Aghanim Scepter. The keyword he's going for only has one component of it.
21 minutes into the game. Control the Wisdom Runes again.
Another one. Emo, this is the second time he picked it up. He is the one controlling all the runes. Manta style now completed. Double damage as well.
They really could just go for the Tormentor if they wanted as well.
Well, they're going to be low HP if they decide to go for Tormentor. Maybe they don't want to like immediately rush it with double damage. Sure, they have more than enough, but there is no Greaves. There is no Urn. There's nothing, so let's see if they decide to go after they finish off the tier 2 tower.
Barely a scratch.
Yeah,
And the best Axe shard in the game.
Here we go.
Shield of the Scion. Okay.
Makes him more
Radiant's
tanky.
top tower is under attack.
I mean,
Radiant's
it's all right.
fortified.
It's not great, though.
You got it,
Tankiness is
you got it for
tankiness.
free, so you're not going to complain about it.
I don't know. Some people, man.
Are you saying it's me? I would not complain. If I got it for free, I would just actually shut up. And just let
Smoke.
it be.
Broken to an Invis Emo who has controlled every
Radiant's top tower is
single solitary power room. They haven't really gotten any on Aster.Aries. I don't think they've gotten one. Charge
Radiant's middle tower.
on to XWY. Familiars forward. Icarus dive away. Aether Remnant doesn't connect, and this team is now back into their base, not farming at all.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So it is all IG at the moment.
16,000, 23 minutes into the game. You're going to be playing for that high ground, waiting for Morphling to potentially get that Aghanim Scepter. And then you can turn in either Spirit Breaker, but most likely you're going to be looking to steal some of the stats from Faceless Void. Just carry to carry. Morphling is anti-carry once he picks up that Axe. Crimson Guard picked up by Shanxi, so that's something. Good against some right clicks, good against Visage Birds as well. Let's see if they can find anything. Whew. Not gonna fall for illusion bait this time, but the wraparound. Let's see who they can find.
Skyref, but is that really who you want? RP with the blink. They've got the silence onto the Magnus, but it's a little late. Chrono comes in, but it's after Emo is dead, and it's on to the Mag. They have the control. Do they have the damage? Shanxi not exactly dying too quickly. The Supernova ends up popping. They've at least got themselves a 1-for-1 as PYW doesn't get away with the Adaptive Strike hitting and getting the kill there. At least 2 now, both losing 2 as the Aegis has been used. And they'll get the Faceless Void back out of the fight. Time walk forward. Now Red Panda falls. Somehow the Magnus kind of sneaks out of that one, and they still want to go for Ulu. Waveform, TP, and into the clear as those trees are not going to, well, break while he hides from the side of IG.
Middle tower.
This is the second death of Emo. He uses Manta to, like, I don't know if it was for scouting or was it for getting some extra farm, and they use their abilities pretty much perfectly. Skewer back, RP, skewer back, and then a Frostbite. He needs that Manta style to dispel Frostbite so he can use his abilities. So might need to save it for the next fight.
Another
Awful.
5-man smoke.
Ulu's getting the farm. About to finish off Aghanim Scepter in 300 gold. Shield Rune, that's going to help Emo survive long enough. And Dust, after seeing that Aghanim Scepter potential build-up, instead of going for Scott, he gets Lincoln Sphere for himself. Does not want to get his stats stolen.
I don't take my stats. So, how do Aster.Aries hold on this next fight? I mean, they've been doing a good job when they've got the RP and the other things available, but IG finally feeling the need to play aggressive with this smoke and look for somebody. But they don't find anyone. And they're actually leaving PYW over mid, but this side of Aster.Aries doesn't get a hint of his scent, and they won't find him.
Man, XWY, he really is struggling. Phoenix might take over in terms of net worth. If he dies like 2 times, Phoenix survives. They take a good fight. He has less farm than Scarlet Mage right now,
yeah,
which
by
is
a
pretty
lot.
nuts to think about.
But he did get that free shard.
Arcane power.
QIQX. Freezing Field, RP
Good
with the silence,
silence.
no skewer. And now the charge coming in, they go to the Supernova. They go to the other side, and they've got the Chrono down on XWY. They pop the egg. They get the kill on a Shanxi. They'll look over at the Crystal Maiden. Red Panda's going to drop the Nether Strike on a XWY. 4 heroes dead, trying to make it a 5th. TP attempt,
Brimstone.
familiar, and another. They've got the Aether Remnant, and the Bash is the Manta, the Time Walk. But they're sticking with this Morphling. Waveform, concussive shot. The chase is on, up onto the high ground. They've only got buyback on the Crystal Maiden. It doesn't matter. It's a full team wipe right by the tier 3 tower.
QIQX kind of salvaged the fight. This could have been a potential kill on Dust, but good, quick reaction
GG.
with that silence on Magnus, so no skewer back. And yeah, Aster.Aries, they understand that they have no business left in this game, so they just call it.
Radiant
I thought it might happen faster, but yeah, Aster.Aries seems like there's a